Today I will be using the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. And here's a guidebook. I just wanted to show you to pull the messages for us for the full moon in Aries that we have going on, very strong and intense. I love it, and I really felt like this one was the right one. I'm a very visual person, and so, you know, I know messages usually come through so much more clearly via images often than with mere words, and, you know, through the other senses, of course. And, you know, that's, of course, why I am pursuing a master's in art therapy. Nothing like expressing through the arts, and this one in particular is just so artistic. The visuals, it's like really gorgeous, so I can't wait to share that. And I just wanted to say here as well that soon I will be offering these on Etsy. So thank you so much in advance for supporting, you know, even just to cheer me on as I begin to sell those, as well as, you know, custom made handmade items that'll be later. But I'm going to start with just astrotherapy and oracle card readings there that I will be offering there until I make my personal, you know, create my webpage. So it's going to be just Etsy for a while. So simple. I've seen it and I think it works great to begin. And so, so you get to see these like every Sunday when I share the messages here, quick messages. You'll see all the decks, you know, an idea, because I love these. They're so inspiring and so beautiful for everything, for, you know, each different life circumstance that you might, you know, want to inquire about. Really, every deck has such a unique personality, and, you know, is tailored for, I think, different, you know, needs that we might have around, you know, answers that we need, or maybe the even visual therapy that we need from just the cards themselves. You know, maybe it's more than a message, just visual therapy. That's how I see it. Like, gets transmitted the energy of the card, what you need. So, like, and I'm just thinking of the unicorn deck that I have. It's like my favorite, of course. I'm gonna wait for a special moment to use that one. But so anyway, I'm going to be doing these here, and so you guys can get an idea, and I will have all those available on Etsy once I get that going, and I'll keep you all updated. So anyway, so getting to the messages today. So first, I will light Palo Santo here, which I keep reusing. I know it's terrible. I already had these with me, but I'm definitely being very careful about not overusing, and because I do love our trees. So these ones I had already gathered. This one's lasting me pretty long. I've already lit it a few times, but yeah, it's always good to take that into consideration and just use what you have and use just the bare minimum. The scent is so strong that even just a little goes a long way. And it's so beautiful that you could really burn almost anything. I mean, even like cinnamon sticks. I love cinnamon sticks, especially this season that we're beginning now. So appropriate. They're great for protection and so many other things. Cedar, I love cedar, so it's a less common, so you don't have to just be using up sage, you know, and Palo Santo, which are, I guess, becoming extinct. You know, so. And this one typically just goes out on its own because I don't let it burn for too. Just light it just a tiny bit. So anyway, I'm gonna wave it over the cards that I have here. And let's begin. For anybody tuning in at any time, let's get messages for every single person, for the community watching this video, please. And as always, I will pull 3 cards because it's just enough and it's a magic number. So it's more potent that way, I feel, when it comes to oracle messages especially. And this deck has a lot of cards, so it's a little bit tougher. Looking so beautiful rainbow over there. Kind of reflecting in my window, very magical. Wish you could see it. So it's a little harder to shuffle these ones, but they'll still flip out. I prefer to take ones that just jump because they always do. But we'll see this one. I might, but okay, yeah. Just usually they don't fall on the floor, but this one's more challenging. Oh, I love that. That's gorgeous. Wow, we have two that came out, and I am actually, they both came right side up, so I'm gonna take them. And this one came up, I had actually shuffled before just to see, and this one had already come, so it's definitely a big message for this full moon. It's correct. It's no coincidence, is what I'm trying to say. And that's the second one that I'll get to, but the first one is, how awesome. I love it. It's the ancient ones. Look at how gorgeous that artwork is. That is so beautiful. And that's just perfect because that's talking about our ancestors, and that's exactly who we want around us when we're honoring full moon and just all these, cyclical moments. So that's really beautiful. I like that. That's so appropriate. And I will be reading. Usually I'll keep these messages quick and just, the oracle is enough. But for this one, I do want to read from the book because I know they're pretty in depth. Just the images themselves, I can tell. Anyway, the second one is soul retrieval. And this is the one that already had come up for me for this full moon before recording. So it's definitely a message for this full moon, and it's pretty potent. And I can really see how that's definitely for me a big message. It's pretty intense. It's like an ongoing thing. So I'm gonna read just a quick. Oh, and for those interested in numerology, for the vibration, the first one's a 1, which I love. It's like, a new beginning. That's usually for the new moon, but I also, full moon, since it's a cycle. It's like beginning and ending. They kind of go hand in hand. One goes after the other, and so forth. And the other one is a 49, and that's a numerology. That's 13. So it's a 4 vibration, which I love because it's very grounded and steady and stable. That's what I think of the first thing with 4s. It's got other meanings, but that's how the first one that I would associate it to. So let's do the quick messages, and I will pull a third one, but let me just read now that we have those up so we can, because I'm eager. Haven't read from this book yet. It's pretty new. So 1, okay, that's the first card. Wow, I got the very first card. So for the ancient ones, which are, our ancestors pretty much, what shall I say? It says, the ancient ones are the shamans of old who defeated death and escaped from the tyranny of time. Powerful. The ancient ones once walked the earth like us in flesh and bone. Now they reside in infinity and can counsel us after we say yes to our calling, whatever that may be. They are available to help us attain our full realization. So I like that. That's beautiful. It's just reminding us to always, we always have our ancestors, whoever, whatever path you may be on, you can always talk, Sometimes they'll come to you in a dream. You can maybe write them a letter or something in a journal right before bed. And somehow you'll get a message in a dream. You might see them like someone you've been missing, maybe on the other side. That's where I get the clearest messages always, in my dreams. And I think most people, it's just easier. Okay, so the second message for soul retrieval. Let's see what it says for soul retrieval. 49. So 49. Let's see here. Okay. Soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you may have lost. At first, you'll use soul retrieval to recover from your hurts and heal the childhood wounds that you may have accrued. Later, we learn to journey to recover our original nature, that self that never left the Garden of Eden, who still speaks to the rivers, to the trees, and to God. We can return to Eden. We are whole again. So that's the whole process, and there's actually practitioners that can help you with that if you're interested. If you've never heard of it, but you can definitely begin yourself by just introspecting. And again, I think most of the work that I do comes in my dreams. And if you journal, if you don't remember normally, that would be my recommendation. And just start telling yourself that you want to remember, and your mind will remember. Will start remembering, and you can do a lot of that through the dreams. I'm looking at the time. Wow, it's long. This one's long. Okay, so I'm gonna be really quick because I do want to do 3 messages like always. So really quick, let's do the last one. Okay, maybe I won't read from the book. I have an old phone, and I'm just weird when it goes over like 10 minutes. It's just hard to upload it for whatever reason to Instagram. It just takes forever, or it doesn't. So one last one. Let's see. Maybe it'll be powerful enough we don't even need to read the message from the book, or clear enough to. That's what I mean. Let's see. Make sure that it's the message, the one. Okay, I'm gonna take it. It felt. Wow, I like it. Yep, that's pretty clear. I'm gonna take the one that fell right side up. It's very simple. Magic. Look at that. Look at how beautiful. And magic is something that we can experience every day. The simplest little things. Like maybe having these little rituals for yourself. But magic, can mean something different to each person. I think it's what makes life special and worth living and worth experiencing. So I'm gonna hold it actually a little longer because it's so beautiful. So you could take it in. So, happy full morning.